Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate your numerology chart. First off, you draw a triangle or pyramid shape and kind of draw these lines in between. And after you do that, we're going to put your birthday down here. Now your birthday itself isn't part of your chart, but sometimes we write it out just for it a little bit easier for you to kind of learn as we go along. So in this corner here, we have your date of birth. We have your month over here, and we have your year of birth. So I'm going to just use a random example here. So let's just say you're born July. Let's go with July 9th. And then you are 1985. You split your year like this, 2 digits and 2 digits. Now how this works is simple addition. So what you do is you take each of these 2 digits and you add it together. So obviously these numbers would just be the number itself, 9 and 7. Now over here, when you add the 1 and the 9 together, you get a 10, right? Now any of these numbers within, you can only put 1 digit. So when you add 2 numbers together and it's still 2 digits, you have to add it together again. So 1 plus 0 equals 1. Now you put a 1 here. Now 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now you write a 4 here. Here I want to do a really quick clarification. If you're born in the year 2000, so if you're born in the year 2000, the year is going to look like this. The numbers are only going to be from 1 to 9. So it's definitely going to be a different system if you learned life path numbers or any other sort of numerology. This system is only focusing on 1 to 9. It's a much more holistic version of anything you probably might have learned before. When you add 2 zeros together, 0 plus 0 actually equals 5. And you would put a 5 here. So if you're born in the year 2000, your chart, your number here is going to be very different than how you calculate it in other systems. But personally, from dabbing into both of these, this system is so much more robust than any other numerology or life path number systems out there. All right, now to get your other numbers up here, all you have to do is add this middle layer, add these 2 numbers to get your middle layer. So I'm not going to write out the math here. You could just do it on the side. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 4 is 5. Now, these 2 numbers added together to get your top number. So 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now, this person is what we call a core 3 personality. Now, I just want to say here, these other 6 numbers, so there's a total of 7 numbers inside the triangle. These 7 numbers represent a part of you as well. This core number is only 60% of who you are. These 2 corners are 10% of who you are. And these 5 numbers are all 5% each. So that is why sometimes you might have some conflicting numbers. 1 and 2 are very conflicting, 3 and 4 are also conflicting, 5 and 6, and so on. There are traits that you feel conflicting, and that's totally normal. Because this system is just so much better because you have a holistic view of yourself. You have 60% of your core personality, but you have so much other components within you as well. All right, I'm going to go into a little bit more crazy town here and show your full chart. But for those of you who just want to understand basic level or just, a simple understanding, this is all you need. This is all you need to understand other people. But some of you might be just curious cats and want to understand more. So I'm going to show you how to calculate your full chart. And to calculate the full chart is also kind of a very similar process. And pretty much if you want to do a full chart, you can go into a lot more detail in understanding who you are. But for starters, don't worry too much about it. just focus on this. And then most of the time, if we're in other videos, I'm only focusing on this content as well. But let me show you how to calculate the rest of the chart. I'm going to erase some of this so it's a little more clear, and I'm going to use a different color. Hopefully this pink shows well on camera. All right, so there are going to be 3 sets of numbers here. This set of number is going to be associated with this quadrant, 3 numbers. What you do is, and I'll go a little slow, the first number you're going to get here is 9 plus the 7. You add it together is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Now you take this number, 7 plus 7 is 14. Added together again, we have a 5. Now after you do that, you just take these 2 numbers, so pretty much it's 7 plus 5 equals 3. So if you've seen some of the other pictures I've kind of had before, I just usually simply just write 7, 5, 3 for simplicity. It just looks a little bit more appealing here. All right, after that, to get your top numbers, what you do is a little bit of a cross shape. So the 5 will go this way, and this one will go this way. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 7 plus 3 is 10. And 10 is a 1. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Now we go to the last section here. This will be this bottom right quadrant. 1 plus 5 is 6. 4 plus 5 is 9. And you add these together and we get 6. Now, if you did this correctly here, these 3 numbers will always be a 3, 6, or a 9. If these 3 numbers are not a 3, 6, or 9, you've done your math wrong, okay? And just kind of quickly double check it. I'll include some links in the description below here. If you want, I have a calculator that you could kind of check it out to double check if you calculate this correctly. But that calculator, I don't think it actually calculates the outside numbers here. I think it's only for inside here. And that is how you calculate your numerology psychology chart.